Hi, it's Laura. How are you? I had a Whatnot show today and I sold stuff. It's very exciting. I'm not used to this. I am used to it. Just last week wasn't great, as you know by now. Um, but today is picking up a little bit. So my Whatnot show did pretty well. And I also happened to get a nice little eBay offer, and I've made 2 Etsy sales. So yay! I'm not going to show you the Etsy or the eBay because I didn't pull them before I started recording this, but we're going to do the Whatnot, and it's okay. So let's see. I'm back to getting the little summary email that they send out right after the show, which is fun because it not only tells you what your sales were, but also what your expected earnings are after the sales. And it does work out, it pretty consistently works out to about 15% in fees. And if you're not familiar with Whatnot in this manner, basically when Whatnot charges, like every single item that's auctioned off on Whatnot, so if you auction whatever, you win the auction for this, it immediately charges you. So it charges you whatever the price for this was, the shipping cost, taxes, etc., right? And then if you then win this item, it does the same thing. You immediately get charged if there's a shipping cost, blah, 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 all of it. So Whatnot does 10% fees for themselves, but then there's the PayPal fee. That's their payment processing. And PayPal's fees are always like whatever they are now, like 3%, something like that, but plus a 30-cent transaction fee for every single transaction. So if I, as a buyer, purchase 5 items, and they're all separately purchased, which usually is how Whatnot works, then that means that the seller is paying $1.50 plus a percentage for their PayPal fees total, so 30 cents for each transaction. So that's why it seems high, right? And when you're talking about start prices that are like $5, $10, $15, and then you're doing a 30-cent transaction fee for every one of those plus the percentages, it can work out to be high. So a total of about 15%, right? That was a very long explanation. So sorry. But I had a total of $272 in sales today, about $232 after fees, 21 items sold, going to 12 different buyers, 6 of whom were new to me customers. So yay, let's see what we sold. I'm gonna go right into this. So number one, I'm only gonna show you. I cannot wrap it up because I have to make a repair, and it was a funny story. But this dress, gorgeous. Little 50s prom, cocktail, whatever kind of dress, absolutely beautiful. Oh, it's like, what is that red? It's the lining of the dress. Absolutely beautiful. But I thought it was funny because the dress has this like separation in the seam at the back, right? And it's super easy to fix. And I had always planned on fixing it before I sent it out. But sometimes I don't get to it before the show actually starts. So I don't mention the flaw because I'm going to fix it. But because this, like you can see it, obviously, like as the dress is hanging there. So I was showing the dress and I'm like, oh, here's the dress, look at the back, right? And somebody was like, oh, is that like a separation of the seam at the back? And I'm like, yes, but I was gonna fix it anyway. So it was funny. I was like, I promise I'm not trying to like deceive you. She's like, I know. So that was very sweet, but it was funny. I didn't get away with it, but I am gonna fix it. It's an easy little, I'll go in from the inside and fix it, no problem. Anyway, this sold for $20. That was my starting price. I believe I paid $7 for this. If you saw the haul video that I just did, when I purchased it, the guy just lumped everything up and was like $21 for everything. So it was marked at $7. It was either $3.50 or $7. I'm not sure, but I started it at $20 because maybe I paid $7 for it, but also it's worth $20. I mean, if I was putting that on Etsy, I'd be listing it for like $80. So that's exciting and fun, but I'm not wrapping it up yet because I have to fix it. All right, next, however, the rest of these should be smooth sailing to wrap. All right, this person, and that was a new to me buyer, so that's nice also. It's nice that she was like, I know you're not trying to fool me, because she doesn't know that. She's never purchased from me before. I don't have a reputation with her. So anyway, hopefully that works out well. I hope she... Anyway, okay. Y'all know I do this all the time. You guys know that I frequently have to fix things before I send them out because that's how I operate this. Okay, this person, new to me buyer, purchased 2 items. She got this t-shirt for $5. This one I paid about $1 for, so it was an easy list at $5. I'm not really making much money on this. I mean, I'm making like $2 or $3 after fees and like supplies and stuff, and time and all that. But it's a cute little t-shirt, little boxy. And I like being able to have things in there for $5 start prices, which you know, because I say that in way too many videos. Anyway, so this was item number 1 that she purchased. I think it's such a cute shirt. And then the second item that she purchased, I will show you obviously, but it's a pair of high-waisted, like tapered leg pants. And let's see, how can I fold this shirt so that it's really cute? The graphic on this shirt is so adorable. I want to be able to showcase it when I package it up. Rizzo, I would really appreciate if you do not offer me any assistance. This isn't really the best showcase job, but it'll do. Gets the job done. All right, the second item that she purchased was this one. So just like a very tiny plaid. These were $12, which is what my start price was. It's a weird start price for me, but you know, I paid a little too much to start them at 10, and I didn't quite feel like they were $15 start pants for whatnot. So, you know, if you've seen any of my videos before, that is a very familiar concept because I talk about it too much. Y'all, I gotta make some different videos besides hauls and what solds. I feel like you're getting bored. I don't know if you are, but I feel like you must be. I love hauls, they're fun. And I freely admit that there are people that I watch on social media that are literally talking about what they had for breakfast all morning. And I'm like, huh, that's interesting. And I watch them. I don't know why. So I get that there's that could be going on here. But I still feel like I need to entertain you better. All right, next is another new to me buyer. Purchased 1 item for $15. This cardigan sweater, which I think is so cute. Look at that, adorable. This Alexander's Suit Yourself. And little boucle knit, really pretty. I love this. All right, let's see. So while I fold this up, we all know last week my Whatnot sale was so bad. I haven't had a morning sale that bad in quite a long time. I don't really count the holiday sales because, you know, it was the Christmas, right? People are just preoccupied and you kind of expect those to not do great. But my morning shows are usually pretty reliable. You know, I'm usually can count on somewhere between $200 and $300. And it's not uncommon to go between $300 and $400. So having a show last week where I walked away with like $55 was very sad, especially considering how the other selling platforms were going. So I was very relieved today to be back in the land of the living with my $272 worth of sales. Would I have liked it to go over 300? Yes. But we hit that noon mark. I was run through my first 60 items. I wasn't really getting requests. I was getting an occasional little bid, but it had slowed down a lot. The number of people in the room had decreased, so, you know. Let's see. This is another new to me buyer. Purchased this, I'm gonna call it a dress for $15. This is a Gotex swimsuit company that made this. This is very clearly a dress. It's got these great illusion panels, which I love. I assume it's like a swimsuit cover-up. It's really cool, but it's confusing. Anyway, this went for $15, so I thought that was cool. I think it's a really fun piece. Let's see, let's get this folded up nice. Ooh, I need a lint roller. I don't even know where my lint roller is. Let's see. Let me see. I might have to hold off on it for a minute so that I can find a lint roller. Ah, yay. Sometimes I put things where they belong, and it works out in my favor. Most times I do not put them where they belong, which is why I can't find them when they are where they belong. Is that just me? Maybe. I know that there are some of you who absolutely understand that. dilemma. All right. This is like a black sort of jersey knit fabric, so it has collected all sorts of little linty friends. All right, folding this up, fold, fold. Roly, roly. Sorry. Oh, look, I wasn't even on screen. I was going to say, not only am I not entertaining you verbally, I was not even on screen. I did try to set my camera up so that I would be, but it's kind of a no-win situation sometimes. So, all right, there's that. Next, I have a repeat buyer who purchased 3 items from me today. Super fun. So first is this little crochet shawl, which I thought is cute. And it's got this, I showed this in a recent haul video, but look at that. So I think it's a Cupid. I think I had referred to it as a grandmother in the haul video, which it also kind of looks like, but I think there's little wings there and a little bow, right? Sitting on a chair. For some reason, the sitting on a chair throws me. I was like, Cupid doesn't sit on a chair. I don't know why I feel like Cupid can't have like a little lunch break or something, but anyway. This sold for, I feel like it was 10 bucks. Let's see. Yes, it was $10. Rizzo, I would like for you not to join me at this moment because I got to fold this thing up and I don't want you getting any little cat toes or hair or anything. I don't know how I'm going to fold this shawl. Try to fold it so that the little Cupid is visible. Come on, ma'am. Thank you. Goodbye. Sorry. She wants to help. Or not. She wants to not be told what she's... No, you cannot come up here, please. All right, let's see. Can I get this thing? Okay. This is much more difficult to fold neatly than I thought. Not that it's difficult to fold neatly, but I'm trying to showcase the little Cupidy person. And it's not as easy as I want it to be. We'll see how we did. Let's see. I mean, I did it, but it's not as impressive as one would hope. Right? Like you can't even, it's okay. It's fine. Okay. That's item number 1, Cupidity guy. Then item number 2 is a secretary blouse that sold for $10. Very cute. We'll fold that up. And then item number 3 is going to be another secretary blouse, which was also $10. I'll show you that in a moment. So let's get this done though. These are so cute. All right, let's see. Let's see, what I should do is move the table so that I'm not so off camera. I could do that. There, that's probably better. Okay. All right. Little blouse. I might have to put you on top. And then this is the other little secretary blouse. So cute. $10. Okay. All right. So my eBay item that sold, it was right before I started this video. It was one of the Hudson Bay point blankets that I found recently. And it sold for 125 bucks. I had it listed for 159. It was the smaller of the 2 blankets, if you watched the haul video that was posted somewhat recently. So it was a full-size blanket. I had found a full and a queen. So the full size, and the full size had not holes, but like little moth nibbles, you know, like when they start nibbling and it like wears a spot out. So it had a few of those. So I only ended up listing it for $159 or best offer. I only put it on eBay and it sold today for $125. They sent an offer. I accepted it. They paid very quickly, which I so appreciate. So I'm going to get that shipped out today. And then I have 2 Etsy sales to ship out as well. One is like a little hipstery t-shirt that is literally like a Levolor Blinds advertising tee. And that sold for, it was like 20, I don't remember, I think it was 25 or 30, but they used a coupon. I can't remember. Oh, the other thing that I sold on Etsy is a skirt that has been listed on Depop for like 422 years. And I finally cross-posted it, and it sold within a couple days on Etsy. So yay, thankfully. Okay, this next item that I sold is this dress. Doesn't look like a dress, but it is. It's a 50s like fit and flare dress. It's really cute. It's got this adorable little dragonfly print. Right? This reminds me of Vera Newman print, but I don't think this is, I mean, this dress has 0 tags. But then it's got this very long, like, I think it's supposed to like wrap around the front somehow. I couldn't figure it out. And, you know, I just closed all that. I was like, I don't know what's happening here. It's supposed to wrap around somehow. I don't know. These tails, these trains, whatever, ties, whatever these are, they have some discoloration, which kind of looks like underarm discoloration. So that further lends to the fact that it probably wraps around. But I mean, there were certainly ways that like it works, but you know how sometimes you got some weird construction thing going on and you can't figure out, but once you figure it out, you're like, oh, that's what it's supposed to do. And I wasn't getting that click for like, oh, that's how this works. I was just like, yeah, you can do that. You know, I don't know. Anyway, so the person is aware of all of those things. I can't fold this dress like super neatly. This skirt is so full that it does not want to. Let's see. We're going to do it. We are going to do it. It's going to look like a real professional person folded this and stuck it in a bag. Maybe. No, it's not. I'm going to have to stick it in a bag that's probably a little too big, but the skirt is so full that if I don't use a larger bag, it's going to just look like I shoved it unfolded into a tiny little sausage package. So we don't want to do that. Try and make it look nice. All right, so this dress sold for $15. I was so excited when I found this dress. I did soak it to try and get the discolorations out, and they kind of partially came out, but not fully. And so I just kept, like, I had it sitting for ages and was avoiding it. And finally I was like, let me just stick it in a show. Also because I couldn't figure out what was happening, but I decided to just list it. So I'm happy that it's going to a new home. So yay. That was to an existing customer, so that was nice. Next is a new customer who purchased, what did she purchase? This dress. Adorable little baby doll style dress, 90s rayon, and it was $10. So, which is nice. It just means that the dress was priced low enough when I purchased it that I was able to price it for $10. Miss Riz. Rizzo's hanging out on my table again, and I could kick her off, but like I feel bad. I like when she hangs out with me, but that means that I don't have space to fold without kicking around. I don't want to do that. Can I fold this? Let's see. That's not terrible. Yay, that's pretty even. Less so that way, but okay. It's gonna work. It's not the worst. All right, and this is the only thing that this person purchased. All right, here's that. Next, we have a repeat buyer who purchased this robe. It's very long and pretty. It is poochy, but you know, normally when you get excited about poochy, it's about the prints. So obviously this is not a printed piece. It's still very lovely and beautifully made. This sold for $15. Can I get it off of this hang? Why do I use these stupid, like I don't need to use that kind of fuzzy hanger with this. All right, I'm gonna button a few of the buttons because I can't really fold it on the table because I can't disturb my cat. So, right, Rizzo? Yeah. So we're going to fold this. We're going to button this so that hopefully I can fold it while standing. The sleeve part I'm not super impressed with when I stand up like this, but let's see. Let's see how we do. That's way too, yeah, it's a little narrow. It's a little bit narrow. All right. Aren't you glad you tuned into this? So exciting. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we watch as the reseller tries to fold the dress without disturbing the cat. I don't even know if you can hear when I whisper. Maybe. There we go. All right. Next, we have a new buyer who purchased 2 items from me. One is this very cute little slip, little half slip. It's like neon creamsicle, right? Cute little butterfly applique. I love this. This was probably $10. Yes, $10. All right, let me fold this up. And little butterfly right in the front. All right, that's number 1. And then item number 2 was this little t-shirt. So cute, little Y2K era. I also love this. So the person is purchasing like a 70s slip and a little Y2K t-shirt. And it's one of my favorite things about vintage, besides like everything about vintage. But, you know, on the one hand, the word vintage as an aesthetic means like so many things, right? There's like 90s t-shirt bro vintage, Carhartt vintage, 50s prom dress vintage, you know, 30s velvet dress, like it's all vintage, but it's so different. But also, you know, just appreciating the bygone aesthetics, like it just works. Like you can love the Y2K stuff and the 70s and the 30s and all of it together, and it's just, it's fun. I love it. It's a fun time. Anyway, okay, so t-shirt, slip, and actually, so as an example of how the fees work, like this t-shirt that I sold for $10, the buyer paid $3.99 in shipping. You know, and their shipping, they have like a bundling kind of shipping. So the more things you buy, the shipping kind of adjusts. So you pay like one initial fee, which for her was $3.99. And then when she paid for the slip, she paid 63 cents for the shipping on the slip because it just has tiers. So, you know, whatever. It goes by my estimated weights and adds them up. The max the buyer is going to pay is $8.35 for shipping. If they happen to go over that, which covers up to 5 pounds, then I cover the shipping charges over and above that, which I think I actually have one today that I am covering shipping charges on, so we'll see. Anyway, so this t-shirt, she paid $10 for the t-shirt, $3.99 shipping. Whatnot gets, I'm sorry, I said 10% earlier, it's 8%. Whatnot gets 8% commission, so 80 cents. The payment processing fee, which was 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. So on this transaction, the payment processing was 71 cents. So again, $10 plus $3.99 shipping. Whatnot got 80 cents. PayPal got 71 cents. And then on her other $10 item, which only had 63 cents in shipping, Whatnot still got 80 cents because they get 8% of the purchase price. PayPal got 61 cents because, again, they're getting a 30-cent per transaction plus 2.9% of each transaction. So, you know, and that's kind of what the fees are like on Whatnot. Like, even though each item was $10, the shipping was different. In some cases, there's sales tax that's different depending on the state that the buyer is in. So your fees are always going to be a little different even when your sales price is the same. So, all right, let's see. And, you know, these are both very lightweight items, so the shipping charge was pretty light. So had she purchased a $10 thing that was, you know, 2 pounds, her shipping would have been $8.35, and the fees for PayPal especially would have been much higher. So as you can see though too, Whatnot is not charging their commission, the 8% that Whatnot charges, they're not charging that on the sale price. I'm sorry, they're charging it only on the item price, not the shipping fees. Which is, I think the reason that they do that is because they're controlling the shipping. So like on eBay will charge me as a seller a fee on the shipping as well, right? And not just the payment processing fee, they charge final value fees. So if eBay takes, let's say 10%, right? eBay combines all their fees now. So the payment processing, whatever but let's say they do 10%, and the item sells for $100 and my shipping is $10. They're going to take fees on $110, whereas Whatnot is only taking fees on the $100 and then not on the shipping, right? I'm babbling, but you know what I mean. So it's nice. That's nice with Whatnot. But also I'm selling things for $10 on Whatnot instead of $50. So, there's that. All right, next I have a repeat customer who purchased 3 items from me. Let's see. Here we go. This skirt, so pretty. Let's see what it sold for. I promise I won't do fee breakdowns for you again. Skirt sold for $10. So let's see. I would love to say that like, oh, if you guys want me to do a video on more fee breakdowns, blah, 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 let me know. But I don't know if you could tell from the very brief description I've already done, you don't want to learn about fee breakdowns from me because clearly I am incoherent when I'm trying to explain these things to you. So I'm sure there are 8 million reseller videos that do explain that kind of stuff. But let's see, these pants I love. I originally found these and was going to keep them for myself. I did keep them for a little while. They're very stretchy, which is nice, and they're super high-waisted, and they're very long, and they're very tapered, and I love them. However, this vertical stripe was not doing my little abdomen any favors, and I just don't wear them, like I had worn them like once or twice for when I was doing photo days for whatever, Etsy, eBay, but other than that, they were just sitting there, so I was like, you know what, let me just stick them in my show. Also, being a little bit short on your inventory really helps you pare down. What are the project pieces that you've been avoiding? What are the items in your personal closet that you've been not wearing? You start hunting around to find pieces to add into your show so that you have enough. And it worked today. Oh, shorts, these shorts. These sold for, let's see, first of all, the high-waisted pants sold for $15, and then these shorts sold for $10. So these I've also had sitting around for ages. I don't know why. I forget where I even got them, if I thrifted them or got them at an estate sale. I thought they were really cute, but I haven't felt like I wanted them in a show for a while. I just keep avoiding them. I don't know why. And then the first show I put them in, they sell. So joke's on me. But anyway, there we go. Get these out. And as I said, these are going to a repeat buyer. Sorry, I have to. These will fit in this little poly mailer. I just have to. Look, sometimes this is how it starts off. It's not cute, right? It looks like a little sausage roll. Then I got to get in here and just kind of like straighten it all out, and it looks much better. All right, this is a little bit squishy today, but it works. We certainly do not need to go to a larger poly mailer. Already killing the planet, so. Okay, let's see. Next is a repeat customer who purchased 4 items from me. This shipping is probably where I paid the extra. And let's see. Yes. So, as I've said before, I cover up to $8.35 in shipping. This charged me $1.05 additional. So I suspect that this package is not going to be as heavy because of the fact that it's bundled. You know, when I list things whatever, wait, let's get to the items first. Let's start that, and then I can talk about them. So the first thing she purchased, this, which is like a skirt that I love. It's not a skirt, you can see it's been made into pants, but it was a skirt. Somebody very cleverly made it into pants. It's amazing. I wore these once, love them, but you know, I'm not gonna wear them often enough to warrant keeping it. I needed some inventory. And honestly, the elastic on the waistband is tight for me, mostly in a way that's nice and firm, but I really have a hard time with like anything compressing my midsection, waist up here, anything. It makes my back hurt after a while, so I can't wear it for too long. So anyway, sold this, I want to say $15. And then she purchased this shirt, which I adore. This has been in my personal closet for a long time. I got this at this big sale that I went to in the summer of 2020, one of the first things we went to when lockdown started unlocking. This one I got, I mean, I've talked about it so many times. I got piles and piles and piles of like 60s and 70s printed polyester pieces, amazing. This came from that. I loved it, and I kept it for a long time. When I was really skinny, it fit me and was adorable, but now it is less adorable on me. And also, I just like, again, even when it fit me, I didn't wear it all that often, but I couldn't bear to let go of the print. It was so cute. But I finally did it, let her go, and that sold for, also for 15 bucks. All right, and then the other two items that this particular customer purchased, which is why my shipping got tricky. First, she got this bag, which I love. So cute. This was just in my last haul video, so I won't torture you too much with it. But this isn't too terrible, but there is a metal, whatever, hinged metal thing here in the opening, so it can't just be folded. You need to protect this so it won't break in transit. And obviously it looks big. Like the rest of this I can squash up, but this part here, it is what it is. So there's that. She paid for that bag. That was $15. And then the second bag, I think I listed the second bag for 20. Oh, yeah, 4 items. Okay. I did. The second bag was 20, and this one was more of a difficult piece for shipping. I love this bag so much, right? So beautiful, but it's got this very firm, probably pressboard base to it. And I don't want that to snap in transit either, so it's gonna have to go in a box. And I don't think it's even gonna fit in one box. I suspect that it will have to be a little bit Frankenboxy. Anyway, so that actually ended up being put in with a shipping weight of 2 to 3 pounds, even though it's, you know, mostly because of boxes, whatever. So because I'm bundling, it should come out to less than 5 pounds, but I don't know that I don't know if Whatnot's already charging me or if I won't end up getting that additional charge if it comes out to less than the 5 pounds. I'm not sure. I'm fine with it either way. You know, I have to price things as though they're all going to sell individually, you know, and I have to put the shipping weights in as though they're all going to sell individually. And it's one thing if it's like, you know, am I gonna have to get a different bag for this? I might. You know, it's one thing if it's like, you know, a 3 ounce. I put it in at 3 ounces, but it's 4. Like, okay, that's not a huge deal. But if it's, you know, 1 pound and I put it in as whatever. If I put it in at 1 and it's 2 pounds, that's a bigger deal. Okay. This is probably not the right size bag for me to use, but we're here and this is whatever, I'm torturing you. So, okay. Not, my plastic bag is ending here. I still want to protect this. We'll deal with that later. All right, fine. We're almost done. Just one more. You must be so relieved. Okay, and this was another repeat buyer. Bought these pants. This was another piece out of my personal closet. I love these pants so much. I don't really know what era they are. They look very 40s. They feel like cold rayon. but it's hard, like, you know, I can't tell. Is the print too vibrant? I'm not sure. The only tag they have is this. Not very telling for any, that's a letter B in a circle. I don't know what that is. It's not embroidered. It is printed. The seams on this are all these very lovely finished seams. So beautiful, very professionally done, but not very indicative of era. And it's got some elastic in the waist. You know, so maybe somebody took 40s fabric and a 40s pattern, but made it more modern. I don't know. I don't know what these are. Obviously, I disclosed all that, said, I don't know. And they sold to a regular customer who is also a reseller. She always buys pieces from me that I think are like super fun. So, you know, it was fun that she was the one who purchased this. And these sold for $15 also. So, this is the kind of thing, like, you know, if I was confident that it was 40s, I would be listing it for way more on Etsy. I wouldn't even have put it on Whatnot, but I don't know. And it was sitting in my personal closet for a long time. I love them, but they're too big on me, so they just looked terrible. They looked dumpy on me. But, you know, I'm glad that they're going to this customer. It's exciting for me. So that's everything. So I need to repair this dress and then print all my shipping labels. But at least I had a nice little show. I got a nice eBay sale, a couple Etsy sales, and I'm very happy about that. So yay. Thank you so much for watching this. I'm gonna think up new exciting videos for you all. I know I say that a lot. Maybe I'll actually do it this time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this one, and I hope that I will see you again soon. If you didn't already do it and you've made it this far, please like the video, maybe leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. That would be like beyond. But anyway, thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.